Hello everyone, today we are going to study the grade 11 first lesson, living tissues. So as we know, the organizational level of the multicellular organisms, first it is the cells, then cells together forms the tissues, tissues together form the organs, then organs together form the organ system, and then an organism is formed. So here we are going to focus our attention on the tissues. There are two types of main tissues, there is the plant tissues and animal tissues. So both the things, the simple uh, tissue structure is going to be studied in this, but the advanced one. So plant tissues. So first of all, they have given how to observe these tissues through a microscope, through some materials. They have shown you some pictures of the tissues where they have been observed under an optical microscope. So when you're observing this, you can identify that plants are having different forms of tissues. Some tissues are made with the same type of cells, some tissues are made with different types of cells. So according to them, the tissues are also again being further divided into several sections. Now here down they have given the perfect definition for a tissue. This should be memorized. All these words are very important. A group of cells with a common origin that has been modified to perform particular function in the body is known as a tissue. So this is the perfect definition for a tissue. So in order to answer questions, you have to memorize this. Very important. So a group of cells, group of cells is a tissue with a common origin that has been modified to perform particular function in the body is known as a tissue. So that is the definition of the tissue. Now we are going to study the classification of plant tissues. Now here the activity 1.2 is focused on the roots of some several plants. You can see the growing root part will be very soft and light color. Even you just root out a plant and by touching its surface you can identify the soft and light color parts are the growing part. The mature part will be rough and dark color. So this is also due to the nature of tissues. So here now they have shown AA region and BB region. This is the AA region where it contains dividing cells. Here the root is further, it will be growing. Further the root will be growing, so it has dividing cells, the tissues which have the ability of cell division. But BB region is the mature part. So there it has lost the ability of division. And now it will be performing some particular function. Or then plant tissues can be divided into two according to the ability of cell division. That is meristematic tissues and permanent tissues. So meristematic tissues are the tissues which have the ability of cell division. So this AA region contain meristematic tissues. Permanent tissues are the tissues which lose its ability for cell division and they are modified to a particular function. So this BB region is containing of but permanent tissues. Now we will study each of these tissues. Now meristematic tissues. Now here they have given the definition of a meristematic tissue. The tissues with cells that divide actively by mitosis to produce new cells are called meristematic tissues. So these tissues have the ability of cell division but they are not differentiated. So the growth of the plant is occurring due to the meristematic tissues because they only have the ability for cell division. Now here they have given the features of meristematic tissues. They are of small sized living cells. They are of small sized living cells. So they do not contain intercellular spaces. All the cells are tightly packed, no intercellular spaces. There's a distinct nucleus in each cell. This means like in the center. Then absence of a large central vacuole, no vacuole. Plant cells if you take, they have vacuole each cell. But this tissue is not having vacuole. Absence of chloroplast, so no photosynthesis occurring. Next one is very important, large number of mitochondria present. Why do you think there is large number of mitochondria in meristematic? Because meristematic tissues are only having the ability to support the growth of the plant through cell division. So mitochondria is the powerhouse of cell which generate energy. For this action, more energy is required to growth of the plants. So that's what it is containing of large mitochondria. Now these meristematic tissues can be further divided into three types. Here you can see apical meristem, intercalary meristems, and lateral meristems. Okay, these apical meristems are found in the shoot apex, and it increases the height of the plant. So these two things only you have to remember in this. Not much, very easy. So due to activity of this apical meristem, the plant height increase. So it is found in shoot apex, root apex, and in the buds. The next one is the intercalary meristem. Okay, so it is found at the nodes. Now if you take a bamboo tree, you have seen in a bamboo tree there are nodes now like this. It is like divided, its stem is like divided. So the height of that internode is increased by the action of apical meristem. Height of that is increased by the action of intercalary meristem. The length of the internode increases due to the action of this intercalary meristem. So they are found in the plants of grass family. Okay, most of the grass family plants is only found the intercalary meristem. So even bamboo is a grass family. So you should remember those parts in there. Next we are coming for lateral meristem. So lateral meristem are found laterally in the stems and roots of the plant. Here you can see the lateral, they are present laterally, parallel to the side of the plant. Okay, so the diameter of the plant is increasing due to the activity of tissue. So this now cambium tissue is an example of lateral meristem. So it is found in the dicots plant. Okay, so these are three types of meristems we should remember. Now we are going for permanent tissues. So permanent tissues, I said, the tissues which have lost its ability to divide, and they are specialized to perform a particular function. There are two types of permanent tissues, simple permanent tissues and complex permanent tissues. So one type of cells collected together is simple permanent tissues. Different types of cells collected together is complex permanent tissue. That means the simple permanent tissues will having the same type of cell. Complex permanent tissues are formed by different types of cells. So example for the simple permanent tissue is given below. That is, so the definition of simple permanent tissue, they have given the tissue is composed of similar cells according to the shape of cell and nature of cell wall. Three types of simple permanent tissues such as parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma are found in the plant. So they are also found according to the shape and the nature of cell wall. According to this only the simple permanent tissue, three types are found: is parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. So it is very important to remember these pictures and the shapes of the cell, because they will be giving questions in order to identify this. So I hope you all have understood this. So from the next session we will be meeting you all. Thank you.